Attention everybody, this show's about to start. For boys and girls of every age and parents young at heart. It's time to take your seats, let your imagination go. And welcome everybody to the Dazzling Darren Show. His magic is amazing. There's surprises up his sleeve. What this show is going. Don't be shy, it's time to say hello to the marvellous, the magical, the absolute fantastical, amazing and the brilliant Dazzling Darren Show.
Alright, hello everybody and welcome along to the Dazzling Darren Magical Math Show with me, Dazzling Darren. Now some of you may have seen me perform in your schools before, some of you may have seen me at your birthday or somebody else's birthday before, or you may just be meeting me for the first time. However it goes, hello, how are you doing, and welcome along to the Dazzling Darren Magical Math Show. Let me tell you what's coming up on the show today. First of all, I'm going to perform a quick trick. I'm going to perform the 3 rope trick for you. Then it's time for some join in magic. I'll do a little bit of magic down the camera and you will be able to join in and take part. Then we've got the learning magic section. Today we are learning the birthday calculator. Hopefully you have got one of these printed off. If you haven't, I'll tell you how to do that after the show and a way that you can join in during the show as well. But you will need one of these today, one of these worksheets to make full use of the learning section. That's coming up a little bit later on. Then we've got a section called Maths Marvels, where each week I will show you something interesting with maths, a little bit of somewhere in between magic and learning. And this week we're going to learn our 9 times table. In fact, we're going to learn something very cool with the 9 times table. We're going to learn how to remember our 9 times table just using one finger. That's coming up very soon as well. And then we're going to finish with a few shout outs and some homework. Now, I'll let you into a secret. It's probably the coolest homework that you will get, because this homework is one single question, and if you pop your answer in the comments at the end of the show, you will have a chance to win a very special prize. But more about that later. Let's now start the show with the 3 rope trick. I'm going to jump up to my other screen and we will begin. Alright, I wanted to show you a trick with 3 pieces of rope. Let me introduce the 3 pieces of rope. This is piece number 1 here. I call this piece the short piece. I call this piece the short piece because, well, it's the shortest piece, really. You'll see why in a second. I call this piece here the medium piece because it's bigger than the short piece, but shorter than the long piece. This is the medium piece right here. And third and finally, I want to introduce you to this piece here. It's the longest piece, and because it's the longest piece, do you know what I call it? Fred. It's my show, it's my rope, I can call it anything I would like. So, I'm going to show you a trick with these 3 pieces of rope. The long piece is that big that it drops out of the screen, the medium-sized piece that always stays in the screen, and the short piece is right here. Now, the idea of this trick on this Friday afternoon live on the 22nd of January is to make you believe that all 3 pieces of rope are all exactly the same length. Now, I know that's a little bit weird because you can see them and you can see that they are all different sizes, but watch carefully, the magic is about to begin. All you got to do is take up the ends of the rope like this. You take up the short piece, then you grab the middle piece, and then you grab the long piece. Now, no magic has happened yet, all right? We can clearly see that all 3 pieces of rope are all exactly different. The long piece is there, the middle piece is there, the short piece is there. The magic's not happened yet, but here it is, it's about to begin. If I click my fingers, you will see all 3 pieces of rope become exactly the same size. Cool, right? Now, don't worry, the first time I saw this trick, I forgot to clap as well. Yeah, even though it's a live stream, I'll still appreciate your claps, especially if you're in class and you're watching this in school. Give us a clap and a cheer if you see something you like, because we're going to take this a stage further. If I take one piece of rope and I put it around my neck, how many does that leave here? Let's count them up. 1, 2. Probably the easiest maths that we're going to do in the Magical Math Show today. But watch carefully. If we take these 2, I can actually melt them into 1. It'll look a little bit like this. Check it out. So now we've got 1 piece of rope. Now, I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to tell you how this is done. Because I know what you're thinking. You are thinking, why, how is he doing it? It's the parents and the teachers that are thinking, why is he doing it? Now, I will tell you how it works. All you've got to do is focus on the ends, all right? The middle doesn't matter. You've got to focus on the ends. Once you've found the ends, it's very simple. All you have to do is blow on the ends. When you blow on the ends, it makes the ends a little bit warmer than the middle, so warm that eventually the ends just melt off the rope like so. It's weird, right? Then you end up with a pair of ends that you can't do very much with, and a middle, a continuous middle that doesn't have any ends. That's no good either. So you grab the ends, and you grab the middle, and you place the ends back on the rope, just like so. Now, I'm going to finish this trick soon because we've got lots to get through in the next half an hour of the first ever magical math show today, and so we got to get back to the start. First thing we need to do is to make this one into two. Now, usually I might use your scissors, but as we're doing this on a live stream today, I'll use my own scissors. Check this out. There we go. We'll chop that piece into two, and then we will add this piece over here. For the big finish of the trick, you will see the long piece come back. You will see the medium-sized piece come back, and you will see the short piece come back. Don't blink because this looks like real magic. Are you ready? Check this out. The long-sized piece, that one is right there. The medium-sized piece, that one is right there, and the short piece is right there, and that is the end of the 3-rope trick. Thank you. All right, it's now time to get into some magic that you can join in with. I'll go back to my other screen, and we are going to begin with the joining in section. So, are you ready? Here we go. We're going to join in with some magic. Now, this is a very cool numbers trick. Now, in the join-in section, some weeks I'll tell you how it's done, some weeks maybe I won't. Today, I am going to tell you how this works afterwards, so you will be able to fool your friends, your family, your parents, your guardians, your grandmas, your granddads, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers and sisters with a really cool maths magic trick. All right, here we go. So, first thing I need you to do is to think of a number. So, pick a number between 1 and 10. Now, everybody who's watching this today will have picked a different number. If you're at home and there's just you or a parent, you can say that number out loud. At school, you might want to keep it in your head. If you're watching this in class, I know there's some students that are still in school settings and watching this. Also, a big hello to everybody who is at home, learning from home. Think of any number between 1 and 10. Have you got it? All right, I want you to do a few things to make that number even more random so I could never know. The first thing I want you to do is to double that number. So times it by 2. So whatever number you had before, I want you to multiply that number by 2. I think my microphone dropped out for just a second there. Now, once you've done that, I want you to add 10. So whatever number you had, I want you to add 10. All right, are you thinking of a number? You can maybe get your teacher or your parent to help out if you need. The next thing that I want you to do is to divide that number by 2. So halve the number. So if the number you had was 20, I want you to halve it and make it into 10. But you guys will have a different number, so divide that number by 2. And then one last thing that I need you to do, I want to take away the number you originally started with. All right, so if you had an original number, I want you to take that number away. That should give you a brand new number that nobody could know. Hope you followed along with that. I'm going to try and guess your number. I think you have got to the number 5. Am I right? Did I get to the number 5? Perfect, all right? If that worked for you, that is absolutely brilliant. You can drop a comment below, let us know it worked. Now, I'm going to explain how this works, all right? And we're going to have a go at it together. So, if your number was 5, that's brilliant. Perhaps it didn't work. We'll go. I'll tell you the sneaky secret, all right? The sneaky secret is this. It will always be the number 5. Yeah, I know. See, the things that you do will make it all, the answer always be the number 5. And I'll show you how it works. So we're going to play along, all right? We'll do it all together. We'll go through it together. And we're going to use the number 4 as an example, all right? So some of you may have chosen 4 at the start. Some of you may have chosen different numbers. You should always end up on the number 5. But we're going to have a practice with the number 4, all right? So if we start with the number 4, the first thing you have to do is double it, all right? So if you start with the number 4, and you double it, you get to the number 8, all right? Then, the next thing I asked you to do is to add 10. So if you started with 4, doubled it, you got to 8. Then if you add 10, you get to the number 18, all right? The next thing I asked you to do was half that number. So if you got 18 and you half it, you will get the number 9. And then finally, you have to take away the number that you originally started with. So that was you take it away from 9, and that means you get to the number 5. Whatever number you get at the start, it should all go down the line and you will end up with the number 5. Hope that worked for you. If it did, here's the instructions that you can you can look at. Remember these instructions. You might want to take a few seconds to write them down if you want. If you want to write them down, that's absolutely fine. Pick a number between 1 and 10, double it, add 10, take away your original number. Sorry, pick a number between 1 and 10, double it, add 10, divide that number by 2, that's very important, and then take away your original number. It should give you the number 5. Hope that worked for you, and if so, show it to your friends and your family tonight, and in just a second, we're going to get on with some learning magic, all right? For the learning magic, you will need to grab yourselves your PDF if you haven't done already. All right, so let's get on to the learning section now. I want to learn some maths magic together today, and to do that you will need this sheet of paper, all right? Hopefully you or your parents or your teachers will have downloaded and printed a copy for you. Now if you haven't done that and you're watching the show, don't worry, still follow along. You can print this out after the show by going to my website, all right? You need to go to www.dazzlingdarren.co.uk/maths, all right? And when you find that, you will find this PDF there. It's one sheet. You can download it, you can print it, and you can join in with the trick, and you can show it to all your friends and family. Now, if you've got that in front of you today, what I need you to do, if you haven't done so already, and I know a lot of teachers have got their children to do this already, is to cut this sheet up. All right, now, if you're going to use scissors, ask a parent, a guardian, or a teacher to help you out. All right, we're going to cut this sheet up. What we need to do is to cut it into 5 squares. We need the yellow square, the red square, the blue square, the green square, and the grey square. All right, you want to cut them into 5. It should leave you with 5 cards like this. All right, I'll give you a few seconds to do that now. If you're not watching this live, by the way, and I should say there is a recording on the YouTube channel afterwards, you can pause it at this point and do your cutting up or your downloading, and then when you've got everything ready, you can just hit play. This is what you should have. You want to have the red one, the yellow one, the green one, the blue one, and the grey-black one. Now, it doesn't matter what order they are in. For the trick, you just need your 5 cards. Once you've got your 5 cards, you can do something amazing. We're going to learn the birthday calculator. It's an amazing maths trick. You'll be able to learn this in the next 5 minutes, and you'll be able to show everybody who comes along. And you can even do this if you are doing it on Zoom or Facebook Messenger or FaceTime, because obviously we are in our houses at the moment a lot more. But if you're phoning family and friends, FaceTiming family and friends, you can show this to them and it will work over Zoom. Amazing, right? Okay, so here's what you're going to do. For the birthday calculator, you're going to find somebody. Now, if you don't know them, you can say to them, think of your date of birth. Think of your birthday. Now, everybody's got a birthday that's between 1 and 31, between the 1st and the 31st of the month, all right? There's only 30 days in 4 months, by the way. And there's 28 days in 1 month as well in February, apart from a leap year. But everybody has got a birthday between the 1st and the 31st. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can just ask them to pick any number between 1 and 31, all right? Now, I'm going to ask somebody to help me, someone off the screen. Would you pick a number between 1 and 31? Okay? Right, now, I'm going to show this person each of these 5 cards. And all I want them to do, I don't want them to tell me their number. I just want them to tell me whether it is on the card or not, all right? Is your number on this card? No? Okay. How about this card? This card? Yes. Okay, it is. All right, what about this one? No? What about this one? Yes. And what about this one? Yes as well. Perfect. All right. So, just by them telling me which card it appears on, I now know that their number is the number 11. Is that right? It is. Perfect. All right, now, we are going to learn this trick, all right? And it's even better learning it in real life because you can ask somebody to follow along with you. Here I was just asking somebody to nod their head off screen and shake their head, but with you guys, you can actually join in. So, let's have a look at how this birthday calculator works. You need these 5 cards. This is a picture of the 5 cards. Hopefully by now you should have the 5 cards in your hand. If so, we are ready to begin. Let me tell you the sneaky secret of how this works. It works by focusing on the first number on each of the 5 cards, all right? I'm going to put a circle up for those 5 numbers, all right? So on the red card, you'll see I've circled the number 1. On the yellow card, I've circled the number 2. On the green card, the number 4. On the blue card, the number 8. And on the grey card, the number 16. These are the important numbers, and this is how it works. You show your card to the person who is helping you. Now, as you will notice, each of these cards has got a slightly different set of numbers on it, all right? And that's the way that this works. Now, all you have to do is very simple. Show the card to the person who is helping you and ask them if their number is on that card. Now, if it is, you keep it in one pile. If it isn't, you put it in a different pile. So, let's have a practice with the number 7, all right? We'll have a practice with the number 7. So let's go through these cards. The person has chosen the number 7, but you don't know that yet, right? So you show them the red card. Is it on the red card? Yes, it is. Is it on the yellow card? Yes, it's on the yellow card as well. Is it on the green card? Yes, it's on the green card. And you should see that it's on the red card, the yellow card, and the green card. Is it on the blue card? No, the number 7 is not on the blue card. And is it on the grey card? No, it's not on the grey card. So that means that we have now got 2 piles. One pile is the yellow, the green, and the red cards, and that's the cards where the number 7 appears. Now, all we got to do is very simply add up those first numbers in each of those 3 cards. So there you can see it's number 1, number 2, and number 4. All right, so the cards on the top, it's the number 7 appears there, but it doesn't in the bottom. So if you add up the first number on the red card, that's number 1. If you add up the first number on the yellow card, that's number 2. Well, 1 plus 2 equals 3. And then the first number on the green card is the number 4. So 1 plus 2 plus 4 equals 7. They never told you their number, but you now know that they have chosen the number 7. And that's all there is to it. That's the birthday trick, very simple. So all you got to do is ask them to think of a number between 1 and 31. Ask them if their number is on each card. If it is, keep it separate to the ones where it isn't. So you'll end up with 2 piles like that. And then add up the first number on each card that their number appears on. So in this case, it was 1, 2, and 4, and that made 7. Let's try one more example, all right? Let's try a big number this time, a little bit harder. We're going to try the number 30, all right? So let's have a look. Is it on the red card? No, it's not on the red card, so we would put that down. So you show them the red card. It's not on the red card, so you'd put that down. Now, is it on the yellow card? Have a look. Is the number 30 on the yellow card? Yes, it is. So we'd put that in a separate pile to the red card. Is it on the green card? Yes, it is. So you'd put that with the yellow. Is it on the blue card? Yes, it is. So you will put that with the others. And is it on the grey card? Yes, it is. So in this example, the number 30 is on 4 of the cards. It's on every card apart from the red card. So all we got to do is add the first card up from the first number from each card. So in this case, it's 2 plus 4, and 2 plus 4 is 6. And then you're adding 8 to that, which would make 14. And then you're adding 16 to that, which would make 30. So 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 equals 30. And that's it. They never tell you your number, their number, but you get to know their number using the birthday calculator. And that's the birthday calculator. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you've managed to print one of your sheets out, print it out like this, cut it out like this, and you have in your hands an amazing magic trick. Brilliant. Now, we're going to go on now to the Maths Marvel. And this week's Maths Marvel is how you can do your 9 times table using just one finger. All right? Now, some of you might already be brilliant at your 9 times table. Some of you might still be learning your 9 times table, and some of you might be somewhere in between. I am going to show you a really neat trick using just one finger to learn your 9 times tables and to remember them if you ever need to check them. All right, now it's very simple. It uses just one finger, but you will need both of your hands. All right, you're going to use one finger on both of your hands. Now, I'll show you how this works. All right, what you have to do is put all 10 fingers up. Now, I've got a screen here which will bring up the numbers 1 to 10. I'll try and bring this close so you can see. So look at that. So with your fingers, I want you to imagine that each finger is like 1 to 10. Now, you'll be looking at it this way. All right, so you will have it. Your thumb will be number 1. As you look at your fingers like this, let me take this off again like that. As you look at your fingers like that, your thumb will be number 1. Then this finger will be number 2. Number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, and number 10. All right. Now, I'm going to do it this way. It'll still work the same, but you will be looking at it this way. All right. Now, to learn your 9 times table, or to remember your 9 times table, or to check your 9 times table, all you have to do is very simple. If you want to do 9 times 5, you have to put your 5th finger down. All right. So, in this example, if you want to do your 9 times table, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, we want to do 9 times 5. So, I'm going to lower my 5th finger. Now, all you got to do, everything on this side of the finger is the tens, and everything on this side of the finger you put down is the unit. So, in this example, we've put down finger number 5, or thumb number 5 in this example. So, we'll look at this hand and we'll count them, and that'll be the tens. So, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, or 1, 2, 3, 4, so we've got 4 tens, so that is 40. Then we've got the finger that we put down, and then on this side, we have the units. So we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we add them up, we've got 4 tens, so 40, and we've got 5 units, so 5. So the answer to 9 times 5 is 45. Let's try another example, all right? Let's try one that I always struggle with. Let's try 9 times 9, all right? So, let's put my hands up again like this, and obviously you'll be looking at them this way, but let's put my hands up like this. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 9 times 9. So, I'm going to put down finger number 9. Right. Now, all we've got to do is count the numbers on the left-hand side, and that will be the tens. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 tens, so that's 80. Then we've got the finger that's down, and then the fingers on the right, they are the units. So on this side, we have got 1 finger, so the unit is 1, so we've got 80, 1. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense, because that is today's maths marvel. Hope you like that. And you can try this with all the numbers from 1 through to 10. By the way, if you do 1 or 10, all right, that still works as well. I mean, 1 times 9 is 9. I hope that that'll be the first one that you learn. But let me show you that if you put your first finger down, there is nothing to this side of the finger, so there are no tens. And then on this side, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units. All right, so the answer is 9. And likewise, if you go over to finger number 10, if you put finger number 10 down like this, all right, you've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fingers to the left, so that's the 10, so 90, but you've got nothing to the right, so there's no units. So the answer is 90. And if you have a little practice with that, sooner or later you'll be going 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90. 99, 108, 117, 126, 135, 144, 153, 162, 171, 180. 189, 198, you get the picture, all right? But you'll be able to learn your 9 times table very, very soon. And that's today's Maths Marvel, something that you can get involved with, you can learn at home, and I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you get some fun out of that for your 9 times table, because it's a pretty tricky one to learn, isn't it? Right, we've only got a few minutes left before the end of the show today, so we are going to do our shout-outs first of all. So, we got 3 shout-outs today. Now, if you want a shout-out in next week's show, I'll try my best to shout out as many people as possible. A few people have let me know that they are tuning in today, all right, but I never asked for shout-outs. I'm going to give these people a shout-out. Next week, if you want a shout-out, you can drop a comment, you can send me an email, a Facebook message, anything like that. However you're watching this show today, and hopefully I will be able to give you a shout-out on next week's show, which is next week, same time, Friday the 29th of January at 2:30 p.m. and hopefully it will fit into your home learning week or your week learning in school. So we've got 3 shout outs today. First shout out is to Isaac and Thomas. These are 2 brothers, they're twins actually, and they are watching the show today. I saw a picture of them watching the show. Good to see you, Isaac and Thomas. Thank you very much for watching the show. Hope you're enjoying your home learning, and say hello to Benjamin for me as well. Second shout out we've got today is for the Grimshaws. Hello to the Grimshaws. I know you're watching because you dropped me a message on Facebook before the start of the show. Hopefully you printed out your PDF and you are having some fun with today's Maths Magic show. I love the Grimshaws. I've performed at birthday parties and virtual events for them as well. So hello to you and thank you for checking in. And the third and final shout out today is to everyone at St. Peter's. All right, so if you're watching from St. Peter's today, whether that's in school or whether that is at home, I know everybody at St. Peter's has been asked to watch in school or at home, so I know there'll be a few of you checking in and watching. Hello to everybody at St. Peter's. I love coming to St. Peter's. I have come for the last 3 or 4 years. This year it was a little bit different. We had a different venue so we could get socially distant classes in the school, but we had a fantastic time back in December. So thank you very much everybody St. Peter's for watching, and a big hello to your head teacher too, Mr. Wright, and also a big personal thanks from me, because Mr. Wright helped me a lot putting this show together. So thank you so much to Mr. Wright, your head teacher. He's an amazing head teacher, isn't he? All right, now that is this week's shout outs. If you want a shout out for next week, please get in touch. You can do it on Facebook, you can do it on YouTube, or you can email me, and that is darren@dazzlingdarren.co.uk. And finally, before I finish today, let's do the homework. Now, this is the homework where you win, all right? So it's 1 question, all right? And if you can work out the answer, all right, and you can send me the answer in the comments, you've got a chance of winning a Dazzling Darren magic box. And I will announce the winner on next week's show. So here is today's question. If you've got the answer, pop it in the comments on Facebook, on YouTube, or you can email me, by the way. I'll take the email, put the email up again at darren@dazzlingdarren.co.uk. But here is the question, all right? If I have 100 magic wands and I gave away a quarter of them, how many would I have left? So if I had 100 magic wands and I gave away a quarter of them, how many would I have left? We're starting pretty easy this week. We're going to get a little bit harder each week because we're going to give away a Dazzling Darren magic box in every show. So to work it out, you got 100. You need to work out how many of 100 is a quarter, all right? I'll let you do that with your parents and your teachers. You might have fun learning about quarters and percentages and fractions and things like that. Or you take away a quarter, how many do you have left? Get the answer, pop it in the comments, send me an email, and on Sunday evening, I will pick a winner at random and they will win a Dazzling Darren magic box. All right, that is it. That is the homework where you win. Have a go at that. Send your answers by Sunday and I will pick a winner at random. So that's it. That's the end of the first ever Dazzling Darren Magical Math Show. I hope you enjoyed it. I am on my own. I am broadcasting this from my dining room. I'm doing all the things as we go along as well. So I hope it went all right. Hope it looked great your end. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the feedback. And if you enjoyed the show, please do check in again next week. It's 2:30 on the 29th of January. And I would love it if you would tell your friends, tell people at school, tell other teachers, anybody who you can, and share this about. And hopefully we'll have even more people tuning in next week. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.